Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Absolute Football Podcast, Absolutely Lower League, the show dedicated to everything from the EFL Championship, League One, and League Two. Yeah, that's right. The split is official. This is now our EFL podcast. But obviously, I couldn't do it alone. We've got the usual faces, and we've got a brand new face as well, someone who we all love to see. She's usually in the chat spreading a positivity. But today we're so lucky to have her here. Do you know what? I'm going to go to you first because we love you so much. Idrita, how are you and how's your week been?
Good, thank you. And thank you for having me on. My week's been all right. Yeah, we don't really want to speak about the result from Saturday. I will talk about it, but it's what it is. We've got a chance this Saturday, so fingers crossed.
For anybody as well who isn't familiar with you, I know everyone probably is, but please tell us who you support.
I support Bradford City.
Yeah.
Bradford.
I've got a soft spot for Bradford anyway because they let us have Ryan East and he's my favourite. And he won an award as well, Drita.
Yeah.
Won an award.
Oh, wow. Deserves it. Massively deserves it.
So I will forever have a place in my heart for Bradford. But of course, it's not just me and Drita. We've got a lot of people here. Rebecca, double podding this week. I did with Jen as well, but I'll come to you first. How are you and how's your week been?
I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, you're saying we've done the split. It's like the Scottish Prem that we've decided to take inspiration off. Very good, thank you. Been a hectic week. One uni assignment left and then that's year 2 done. And good news on an Accrington perspective, we have won the best ground of the League Two, like the best pitch in terms of our groundsmen. So that's a great achievement.
I've just got a feeling from the National League point of view, Dale will not be nominated this season after all the postponements.
Surely Bradford should get most improved after last season.
Oh God, yeah.
Jen, someone else I've double podded with this week. How are you and how's your week been?
I'm good. It's been all right. I can't complain too much. So yeah, we're still an EFL club until Saturday at 5 p.m. So we'll see what happens. But whatever happens, I'm proud of everyone. So yeah, how are you doing?
I'm really good, thank you. But the question I really, really want to know the answer to: what did you get on your nails? Because I saw the tweets, I saw the Insta. Yay!
Classic.
I was so intrigued.
Classic red.
I was nearly texting you, and I thought, you know what? No, we all need to see him live on this show.
Yeah, it's nothing better than fresh nails.
I love that. Claire, I'm always happy to see your face. How are you and how's your week been?
Yeah, I could sit here for a few minutes and tell you how much I don't like Wayfair and Every, but that's not what this pod's about. So I'll just say I've had a stressful day. Wayfair and Every are shite. Up the county.
Well, I'm a very happy Sam as well, by the way, because Manchester United have just gone 2-0 up and Spurs have gone 2-0 up.
Oh.
So that's where Sam is. He did say he will pop in later, bless him. And someone we're always very happy to see. And despite you possibly moving now to a Tuesday, even though you're not allowed, you've still got to come on a Thursday as well.
Why do you think I drink? Why do you think I'm drinking?
You've got to do it. You signed a contract, even though you've not. You signed one. I forged your signature. You are not leaving this podcast. But how are you and how's your week been?
I'm all right. For some reason, as you said that, I just had that image from Shrek, where Rumpelstiltskin's toes are coming out. She's sign it. Literally, it was like that. No, I'm all right. It's not been a bad week. It's been pretty decent. It's been decent. And yeah, just riding the wave, as you do. That game, and I totally agree with you, Claire. Wayfair are a bag shit. I'm with you. Because they sent me parcel 2 of 2 yesterday. Didn't even know parcel 1 was coming today. But luckily I was in.
Do you know what they did to me? They sent me parcel 2 of 2 this morning. And I was like, oh, I didn't know there was 2 parcels. I rang them up. They said, parcel 1 is heavier. it's a larger parcel, so it's going to come between 2:30 and 4:30. Some stupid, sweaty driver has marked it as a completed order, not knocked on the door. So I'm still sleeping on the floor after I fell over the dog and broke my bed on whatever day it was. Like, I will laugh about it when I've got a new bed, but right now,
I just want a bed.
a fat git getting off the floor in the morning.
You're not fat. Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
I just want a bed.
That face. Sorry, do that face again.
I just want a
love
bed.
Graham's
That's all I
comment.
want. It's not much to
I love
ask.
Graham's comment. Wayfarer, shite, ole.
Making up time for you guys.
We've got Aled in the chat tonight. A very happy Aled as well. He's for evening all. We've got Kate. She said, hey. Sean as well. Evening all. Hope you're all doing well. Very well, thank you. Aled has put to Bowles, who were wanting Wickham, not Wrexham getting second. Got one thing to say. Here we go. 3 in a row, back to back. Ole.
So, of all the things you could say when you see him have just got promoted for the 3rd time in 3 seasons, is up yours to other people. Who gives a shit what other people think? Enjoy your promotion and just get over it.
We've got Luke in the chat. Luke in the chat as well. All right, everyone. Enjoyed that non-league show on Monday. Catching up on it. A win at our game on Monday plays Rochdale. Let's talk some EFL. I know. Oh, we'll see what happens. Sean, who's ready for my match report? It's a fun one. We were shit. Send that to him when we get back to League One. I love it. Good evening, everyone. Do you know what? I really need to see the Charlotte emoji. Apparently,
It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I've seen
yeah,
it. It's really
if you
good.
type Lecky in it, a picture of me comes up an emoji. So please,
What?
if you remember, if you type Lecky, because they're not obviously called Lecky, but I call them Lecky and everyone laughs at me from a Premier League one. If you type that in and you remember, an emoji of me comes up. So please.
Put it on your phone. Put it on your phone and turn the volume off and you'll see them come up because they come up through your phone on the comment.
Yeah, that's why
I'm not a member though, am I?
It doesn't
No,
matter. I can see it.
You'll see them. You'll see them.
Can you?
You
Oh,
can see the comments.
that sounds too context for me. Someone just tag me in it or take a
Because
picture
trust
or
me, I had
something.
to leave the other day because there were that many sharks popping up. I just thought one's enough to handle. Not like 13,
I'm
14.
taking over you all. We've got Johnny as well. Hello, Johnny. Hope you're okay. Liam, we are EFL until Saturday, 5 p.m. up the Shrimps. And then
Well,
we've got a
it's right
brilliant
time
podcast
afterwards.
anyway.
Yeah.
Aren't we, Jen? We've got a brilliant podcast on a
Oh,
Monday
yeah.
where everyone can watch that.
Yeah.
I've put it in the
As
group
well-
chat, Charlotte. You can see
Oh,
it.
thank you. Aled, last time we had Lincoln away, last game of season, was the season we got relegated from the Football League. Only poetic that the reverse should happen this time round, and we are dressing up. Love that. I love it when people dress up.
I love that picture of you that comes up.
Oh, let me have a look now. We've got Sam as well. Hey. Let me
There
have
you
a look.
go.
Oh, love it. I've got my own emoji. I've made it. I can tell me mum and me dad.
Where's my emoji, Graham?
Treated live and in person.
Where's Claire?
It clearly just shows who everyone's favourite is on the pod. I mean, Sam put me there first.
You should be the favourite, to be fair.
No, I shouldn't. I'm just the irritating one that you can't get rid of because I appear on every show. Kyle has got good evening, legends. This Saturday can't come soon enough. Hopefully Crawley and Blackpool get the best result. We've got Aled would really like to have Charlton away next season.
Piss off. Piss right off.
I think this is to you because of what happened when you fell over the dog. Are you in the doghouse, Claire? Sam fuming with you?
No, I thought Sam was going to go mad at me, and do you know what he did? He laughed his head off. I mean, I was obviously glad that he laughed his head off, but
yeah,
I just want a bed.
Luke as well. I think this is all for me. Lecky, Spag Bologna, yeah, I call him that. Bolton, Barnsley, Emma Lempstead, we've had them all. I know I'm just a gift that keeps on giving, Luke. Just a gift that keeps on giving. Aled got a triple fish cake in Lincoln with my name on it. Oh, I do love a good fish cake, to be fair. I'm more of a pie girl, though, as you can tell. Chris Caday from Melbourne. As Sam Clare, I can only post what I'm given. I know. If anybody wants an emoji, you'll have to go to Sam.
Oh, it's Sam's fault.
Good evening, all. Just finished work. Hope you've had a good day at work, Chris. But yeah, we do have to talk football. EFL football. We are starting with the Championship. Dan. Burnley Dan, the EFL man who's not leaving his podcast ever. Do you want to talk Burnley? You're not allowed, I tell you. Never.
Do you know what? I weren't looking forward to these last two games, knowing what Leeds had to do as well. I know we've got to do our job, but we kept looking at what they were doing as well. And after seeing what they did against Stoke and the demolition job, we thought we'll go and do our own. And a 5-0 win away at QPR, nobody expected it, especially when we struggled to put the ball in the back of the net and enjoyed the odd 1-0 here and there. So to grab 5 was something else. It was just good to watch. I think you could just sit back and enjoy it more than anything.
That's probably what it is, though. No pressure.
Yeah, exactly. For a minute then, Shah, I thought you were saying 3-0 and I was thinking, shit, have I got the score wrong? Did it finish 3-0? I'm sure we won 5-0.
No, I didn't want to interrupt you. Bruno Fernandes has scored against the Sam. Sam will be there. Can you just imagine Sam right now? Proper buzzing his little head off. Yay!
I think he's more happy because he's not going to have to be on a championship show next season. So that's probably why he's more happy.
Yeah.
Imagine.
But no, it was just a great day, a cracking win. And yeah, I just didn't enjoy the fact that we had our 12, really. I'm not looking forward to the Prem at all, Ali. I'll be totally honest with you. I'm really not. If you could cap the championship and we just do whatever, I'd rather do that. The Prem for me is not all that. It's literally money and VAR. It's a buzzkill. It's an overpriced buzzkill. But other than that, I'm really looking forward to it. So if anyone from Sky or the Premier League wants an interview, you hit me up at Turf, or else you know where I am. But no, it was a cracking game. I don't really know what to say in it. It just, I could go through all the goals, but it's pointless. The job's done.
Go on, just do it, Dan. We want to hear about it. All of them.
The job were done, weren't it? So it started off Josh Cullen. I think.
Pretend you're a commentator. Pretend you're a commentator.
We've got to go back to Turf Moor now. But no, Josh Cullen got the ball in the back of the net to start with. Absolutely brilliant. It was poor defending from QPR. The goals they conceded were really poor to give away. You can tell why Cifuentes, I think that's the name of it. And if I've butchered it, oh well, it's somebody's Wi-Fi password. So there you go. He's now on gardening leave, but it's been that long since the game that I completely just blocked it out, and I've been focused on the last game of the season, knowing that we've still got a title to try and win. But yeah, Cullen got the first. I can't remember who got the second. By that point, the beta started kicking in. I'm just in party mode. So every time you ask me if I'm all right, I'm all right, living the dream until we get there. And after the first game week, I'm having to talk about defeats for a year. I'm doing a Claire face.
It's a new face.
We've all got to make one of them faces tonight. We need to find something to talk about and do that face.
The one thing I will say about it though was obviously we've had the EFL awards as well. So from the championship perspective, Parker, I totally get getting manager of the season for the shitstorm he had to deal with when players just wanted to leave left, right, and centre. We've had to sort of adapt with the players that we had, and I had my critics about Scott Parker. I really did. I screamed from the rooftops how much I didn't want Frank Lampard. Then when it was Parker, I was like, just the same, not really that fussed. And I will hold my hands up. And even Leicester fans will say, Dan, stupid, why did you wish that? But I actually wanted Ruud van Nistelrooy. I thought the name pull, similar to Company. But I've got to give credit where credit's due to Parker. He's done a tremendous job. You know, it's not that often you see a team be able to go 32 games unbeaten, matching a record set by Port Vale in 1950 something.
Yeah.
So a win and a clean sheet on the final day, we could break the all-time clean sheet record in the EFL. Well, in all four leagues. The most clean sheets within the 4 leagues as well. You know, I love the fact that we are breaking records, and it's going to be fantastic. But I'd like I said, the big bugbear for me was James Trafford. How has Trafford not got player of the season?
Yeah.
Gustavo Hamer, don't get me wrong, brilliant player, but he's not really pulled up trumps. He's had 6 goals and something like 11 assists. Josh Brownhill's had 16 goals from midfield and about 9 assists, which is better ratio and wasn't even looked at.
Hear me out a minute.
Here we go.
And I have been guilty in the past of this very thing. As a fan of Burnley, how do you know after potentially watching someone 2, 3, 4 times in a season, how do you not know that they're the best player? Because it actually is impossible if you think about it for fans to actually know, because we're not the one with all the stats and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess when you look, it's not going to just come down to that. It's probably going to come down to you've got the running stats. You know, everyone walks up, you know, plays football now with those little black crop tops on with a little sort of bullet thing in the back. Yeah. Everyone's going around in the bras and just lapping it up. So the running statures, how much area coverage they do as well, probably comes into play. The only thing with Trafford, I get that he's probably had 2 of the best the best centre-back partnership in the Championship this season in front of him. So then but then I think keepers get a lot of stick for the fact that, you know, the defense, you're only as good as your defense. So it was good to see, again, them get the plaudits in the team of the season. But yeah, taking the claret tinted glasses off, I think even if it wasn't Trafford, it should have gone to Dan James other than Gustavo Hamer. And that's saying something, because I don't like anybody who supports or plays for Leeds. Can't stand them.
Just quickly going to the chat. Kate has put, I'm looking forward to the game against Millwall on Saturday. Hopefully finish the season on a high. Got a question 100%. For you here, Dan.
Bring him back in, because he's dodgy, and I want him to chuck a few. I want Plymouth to chuck a few shots their way. He's a very good goalkeeper, though. I just think he strikes me a bit like Muric were for us. That he was decent on his day, but he has the odd mistake in him, and you know, it's them mistakes as a goalkeeper that cost you, especially when the ones that you're dropping points.
Yeah. Simon's put as well, slightly biased when it comes to Hamer, but I agree, Dan. Hamer didn't deserve it. Johnny mentioned that as well, and obviously he is a Sheffield United fan. But I didn't deserve it. Michael's in. Please let Gateshead win on Saturday so we can get them, beat them for the 3rd time this season. No. Right. Michael, come on Monday. It's a non-league show on Monday, right? And it doesn't matter. Form goes completely out of it when it comes to the playoffs. It's like so many cup finals with the playoffs, so we're not doing that. Don't do that.
The one thing I will say, Shah, is that obviously regarding the Championship, next week is probably going to be, we obviously speak about the Millwall game. But I just want to say thank you for having me on here as well. I'm not saying I'm leaving. I'm just saying thank you. I'm just saying thank you very much for. I was like, hold on, what's this? He's drinking and he's giving a bit of a goodbye speech. But no, honestly, it's been a pleasure, and it's honestly a great podcast. So I just want you guys to keep up the good work, and thanks for having me back even though I just practically dropped off the face of the earth.
Do not. You're always welcome on. And remember, this isn't goodbye. You're back next week. I'm joking.
Can I talk some positive football instead of getting beat every week, please?
Yeah. Like Sam always says, speaking of our Sam as well, like he always says, you don't have to just do one podcast. We can move around. Me, Rebecca, and Jem move around a lot on these podcasts.
We're there and everywhere we are.
All the time. Bless. But yeah, we will quickly go to the rest of the championship. I'm going to come to you again, Dan. Sorry.
Right.
Any standouts on here or any you do want to give a bit of a mention to?
I feel really bad for Plymouth because I think it's just been a little bit too little too late for them.
Yeah.
They've done really, really well to get back in that position. And the manager there, I think, given more time, would have had them comfortably mid-table by now. They're going to that last game of the season at home to Leeds, hopefully put on a performance, not looking at that for myself and greed and the title. I'm just looking at that for the fact that, go out all guns blazing, why not? So I'd have to say the Plymouth game, I'm fed up at Leeds just putting the average of 4 past teams. But yeah, the teams around there at the bottom. Look at Luton, getting that 1-0 win over Coventry, dying minutes of the game as well.
I know.
What a way, that was shocking, the way that came about. But yeah, I'm just hoping Plymouth can get a win on the final day. Sheffield United, okay, we've had a bit of back and forth this year, but now go and have your fun against Blackburn on the final day. Don't let them get playoffs. And, let's put the world to rights. Let's just enjoy it. Let's enjoy next week. I'm more looking forward to Tuesday. We've got an open-top bus parade. Whether it's second or first, don't give a shit. Still promotion. And then afterwards, I've been invited to go back to the club and drink with the players. So I'm hoping that I'm going to have Snapchats with Ashley Barnes on my shoulders and all sorts. I'm hoping.
Love that.
I'm hoping to go a little bit mental.
How old are you? Snapchat.
What? down with the kids, mate. Claire, I'll talk to you about it. Hit me up on Insta, yeah?
Hey, don't run out.
We did obviously mention that Luton Town won, Coventry City 0, and Simon has sent in his match report, which I will read. My match report: Brad Collins is shit. If not for him at times this season, we'd be comfortably in the playoffs. Great. Straight to the point.
Okay.
Straight to the point. You can. Oh, look who's in.
No.
Oh, our lovely Ben. What a dream team this is. Just quickly popping by to say love you all. Up the freaking stones. Oh, I actually watched it as well last night. And
yeah, I paid £15 for the privilege last night to watch it. Dreading how much I'm going to have to pay next season, but we won't talk about
that. Lucas put big up Snapchat users like myself. Kate has put I'll get him on a Snapchat ban. And Chris has put Ben up the stones. Oh no, I was so chuffed for him last night. And Ben, if you really want to if you feel like coming on, just join the link. Talk to us about it.
Ben.
We missed you already. We only saw him on Monday, me and Jen, but we missed him already.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm needy.
I was saying to Liam before, I was like, I just want it to be Monday already because I want to hear what Ben's got to say about the game.
I know. Brentford are winning 2-0 as well. Drita, I'll come to you next. Any standouts on here already you want to talk about from the Championship?
I'm not gonna give Leeds any game. Like no,
Yes.
I'm the same as Dan. Don't like Leeds. No. It was good. It was good win for them, but no, can't do it. No, my game of the weekend was Burnley. So obviously Dan has said everything, but yeah, that's honestly very, very good. Obviously, shout out to Josh Cullen, used to play for us as well. So honestly, seeing him score, I was over the moon for that.
Can't believe that's only his first goal of the season as well.
Really?
That's mental.
Yeah.
That's mental.
it's something else. To be fair, he's more of a player that orchestrates that midfield, like pinging a pass left, right, and centre. He's the sort of person that the ball goes to his feet and he'll just lay it off and not even look up, and somehow it's at the feet of a Burnley player, and that's just when you know you've got a good player in midfield there. So he's decent.
Let's quickly go to the chat. Michael's put Cardiff and Wrexham swapped places. And Sean has put, don't talk about playoffs. I was working at Kettering last night and was hoping they'd lose, but they didn't, which was sad. I'm sorry, that really made me laugh. I don't know why. Straight to the point, innit? Simon, love Leeds, did us a massive favour by beating Bristol City. I like Leeds because of the 4 Welsh players, because it's great seeing them doing well.
The one thing that annoyed me, sorry, Shah, the one thing that annoyed me about that Leeds game is that Bristol City needed the points. After the weekend before, they needed those points to give themselves, cement themselves, in the playoffs. Now there's a chance they could drop out. Yeah. And, I thought after they'll have done the research, watch that Stoke game, see how Leeds are very much on the front foot, you'd have thought they'd have actually put up some fight, but just... And I feel for Liam Manning. Like I say, I've said it numerous times in here. I think he's a great manager. But it seems there's a lot of teams that we were speaking, weeks ago about League Two, at the top end of League Two, where nobody seemed to want to win it. And it seems the playoffs in the Championship is pretty much like, do you want to be there? Can you be asked? So either way, let's just see how it goes. But yeah, I expected better from Bristol City in that game.
Come on, you were hoping for better, but realistically, Leeds were always going to win
that. Michael has put, Leeds are a Premier League team. They are a well-oiled machine. If they had replaced Meslier in goal in October, they would have ran away with the title. Sorry, my eye went all funny then. My hayfield was playing up today, so just bear with me, everyone. I'm hoping my eye doesn't swell up like it did previously. Yeah. Do you know what, Claire? Any standouts for you on here?
I'm very sorry to our darling aunt. What's going on with Sunderland now? They've proper fell to shit, haven't they? Oxford, a good result for them, obviously. They're safe, so they'll be buzzing about it. But what's going on with Sunderland? Because they were literally right in the mix, and always said we'll finish in the top 4, but we won't get autos. But the season's coming to an end at the right time for them, because they could drop right down. Obviously, the points ahead they were has helped them out, but they've been very inconsistent lately.
They have.
What Ant said last week as well, that Reggie Labrie had said that he's going to pick his best players now. He's going to try and find that winning formula, try and pick that form up and take it into the playoffs. Results like that, don't think so. But I echo what Claire said. Oxford have had some real scalps this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, they've saved themselves anyway, but they're 4 points away from the relegation zone, so they can just go into the last game of the season and enjoy. I can't believe the season's coming to an end.
I can't wait.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Jen.
Rebecca, any standouts for you on here?
Derby getting a win against Hull. Great result for them. I think they're still 1 point away from relegation, but the run that they've been on to be able to pull themselves back out of this has been incredible. And I'm a bit biased because they do have an Everton loanee there at the minute, Harrison Armstrong, but a lot
Who doesn't have an Everton loanee? So Everton have a reserve team like Chelsea's, where it's just full of people out on loan all over the EFL. Claire's doing the best Home Alone impression.
I've just seen. Sorry, I was looking at the table then, I can't believe how many teams could go down on the last day from the Championship. That's mental.
I know.
We thought you
No.
froze.
And then, realistically, if Plymouth win like 15-0, they could stay up.
No. You never know. You never know.
Anything can
Come on,
happen.
Plymouth.
I just want to say thank you to Chris as well. He has gifted Absolute Football Podcast membership. How lovely. Thank you so much, Chris.
I was trying to figure it out. How'd you do it?
I've no idea. Speak to Sam.
Anything, speak to Sam.
I will. Oh, speak of the devil. Sam is here. I will speak to Sam on how to do it. And next week, I will tell all of you because I do not know right now. Sorry, everyone.
Hey, Sam, I might be going getting past this next season.
Oh, I really want one now. I love a good pasty, me.
And come with me, road trip.
Yes, let's do it. Jen, what's your standout result from the Championship?
I would have probably said the Plymouth game as well, but
yeah,
I think they've tried their best, but it's just not going to be enough now. I think it's a little bit too late, but if they can score 15 goals, they might just survive. So anything's possible. Anything is possible in EFL.
One thing I did want to mention as well, which no one's really said, I completely agree with Michael about Millwall. They are in great form. Obviously, at the minute, they have the most informed team going into the playoffs. I have no clue who's going to win them. I know.
The only downfall is we play Millwall at home on the final day.
Millwall.
Yeah.
Millwall.
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 Millwall. Just like Wayfair. Fucking Wall.
Johnny has mentioned as well, obviously, Stoke City, Sheffield United. It's put nice, short and sweet match report. Happy with the win and clean sheet. Bring on the playoffs. Short and sweet, that one, weren't it? Sean has put, come on Wednesday on a Thursday. I love that so much. It makes me laugh. Aled, would be great seeing Sunderland back in the Prem, but would also like to see a different / new team make it to the Prem. Who does everyone else want to see back in the Prem? Like, who would they? Let's have a quick look at the table now. Who's everyone really rooting for out of those teams?
No one. Sunderland because of Ant.
Yeah, I've said either Sunderland for Ant or Bristol City for Liam Manning's story.
Yeah.
But that's it. Everyone else can do one. Everyone else can go suck a fat one. Do one.
Classic.
Graham has put anyone but Millwall or Blackburn. Simon has put Plymouth don't appoint Rooney, then they're comfortably safe. I completely agree with that, to be fair. Completely agree. That's for my expense. Remember, Luke, don't get too cocky. We might be playing you soon. You might be seeing me.
I don't understand what's wrong with it because it is Coventry City.
It's the way I say it, City.
Yeah, I say City.
I'm an easy target.
Like, come on, it's a Geordie. He can't even pronounce words right. Why, man?
You're right, Chris.
United to piss off Dan.
I agree with Chris though. He says Shelf United, so I'll take them.
Oh, funny. Luke, bless him's laughing. We love the banter on this pod, don't we? We love the banter.
So banter.
And this, what Simon's put, I think in any league now, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Tell
actually
us, Simon.
It's a little bit harsh because the amount of stick that they get, you're going to get less and less coming through because they don't want that stick, and it's only going to get worse. So if people stop being pillocks to the officials, then we might get some decent ones. They don't need abuse.
I agree with this as well, Michael. Do you know what? Yeah, some referees are really good because ours were on Saturday. I do agree with that. Gave us a penalty, so I won't complain. I'd love to know, though, Simon, why you feel that, if there was a decision or anything. I would love to know. So, Championship table. We have Leeds United at the top at the moment on 97 points.
Well said,
Burnley at the minute, exactly. Because I want you to stay on here on every Thursday, so I'm bigging Burnley up, Dan.
Yes, I'm all for it.
Exactly. Second, but not for long because they're going to go top, is Burnley, who are already promoted on 97 points. Third, we have Sheffield United on 89 points. Sunderland are fourth on 76 points. Bristol City are fifth on 67 points. And Coventry City are sixth on 66 points. If you can see the queue next to those names, it's because they have actually qualified for the playoffs. I'm just pointing out to everyone in the chat, it's not an error. And then in the relegation zone, 22nd, we have Hull City on 48 points. 23rd, are Plymouth Argyle on 46 points. And already relegated, we have Cardiff City on 44 points. Right, League One. Claire, do you want to talk Stockport County? But that's a yes.
What a game it was, because, yeah, it was just fantastic. Little Daisy woke up and said, "Mummy, should we go to the football and see Vernon Bear and get a sausage roll?" So, of course, I had to give the girl what she wanted. We went to the football. She saw Vernon Bear and she had 2 sausage rolls because she's a greedy little god.
So would I. Girl off your own heart.
So we actually 2-0 down at home against Lincoln by the 43rd minute. Daisy had fallen asleep before the second goal. So I was rooted to my seat and I didn't realise until half time when I went, "Here comes Vernon Bear." And she was cuddled into me and I just thought she was having a hug. But no, faster kip. So she slept through the first goal, which was an inspired substitution, really. At half time, we brought on Tanto. We brought on shit in the bed.
How did you?
Jaden.
What number is he?
Was that before or after you broke it?
We brought on Jaden Fevrier. Jaden Fevrier was and Tanto to be properly changed formation. I'm not even going there. Come on.
I was thinking it and Dan said it.
So it was only 3 minutes after half time that Fevrier cut across into the box and pulled a goal back. And then he became the most inspired sub of that game because he was running rings around everybody. We had loads of chances. Lincoln made like 4 subs within 11 minutes because obviously they were panicking because we were playing so well. And Will Collar scored to bring us back level on the 78th minute, which was assisted by Fevs. And then only 3 minutes.
I'm sorry.
I just did a good job of trying not to laugh. Only 3 minutes later, Tanto scored to win us the game. Again, another assist by Jaden Fevrier. Just what an incredible match. And to come on at half time and win man of the match is pretty spectacular, isn't it? Because you don't have to play half a match. But he definitely was an inspired sub. Super sub. So we turned it down round. The Lincoln fans were actually singing like, "Can we play you every week?" and like, "You're so shit, it's unbelievable," and all that kind of crap. And then our players came on the pitch after for like that like annual like let's clap the players little thing, which I think is weird if you're going in the playoffs. Like, do it after your playoff match. Anyway, and Lincoln's players started warming down and running towards the Cheadle end. So
Really?
then becomes a chant of 2-0 up and you fucks it up, which was quite funny in the moment. Daisy woke up in time for the second goal, and yeah, it was great. It just great. I think it kind of sums up my journey as a county fan, to be fair. We were pretty shit and then we've got good. Do you know what I mean? First half shit, we've got good. I just can't believe we're in third place. Like, wake me up.
I wanted to say as well, Claire, because we did speak about it last week. Obviously, you weren't on the podcast last week, but Charlie's record, like, he has never not finished in the playoffs, has he?
Unbelievable.
Below the playoffs. It's crazy. Like, I was reading a stat and I was like, when you'd like that with your mouth open, like, wow.
Yeah, in every single level of football. So we started off like really low down at Colwyn Bay. But yeah, never finished below the playoffs. I think is just a remarkable manager. And to achieve that, it just shows how really how good of a manager he is. But come on, how quick is he learning? Because this is his first ever level at League One.
Yeah.
Last season was his first full season in League Two. So he's got in playoffs, then he's got autos, then this season he's got playoffs. Like, obviously I know we've got money behind us, but that doesn't automatically mean success.
No.
But Charlie is just a really, really good manager, and I feel like we're extremely lucky to have him, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't go up if at some point early next season someone tries to come in and rob him, because he absolutely deserves a chance in the Championship. Like, I'm saying he's an up and coming manager, but he's just a progressive manager, isn't he? And
yeah,
I know, like, obviously he turned down Charlton at some point, and you could understand why at that time. Even Graham could understand at that point, because they were in the shit, weren't they, and just hiring and firing managers. But yeah, just unbelievable. I'm dead proud of the whole team, but like, how can you not be proud of a manager with that record? It just blows your mind, doesn't it? I wonder if he's the only manager that's managed that, though, because
some doing that, honestly. When I saw it and I mentioned it last week, I was like, wow. You're a bit taken back. You're like, wow, I know he's a good manager. I know the things he's done, but actually seeing it there, and it's like, that's crazy. Like, good crazy. And I just realised as well, I was speaking about him like he was my pal, calling him Charlie. I think it's because I've been listening to you for the past 2 seasons. Now I'm like, nickname basis.
Yeah, but everybody calls him Charlie.
Charlie.
You know, it made me laugh. His wife posted a picture on Twitter this week of like him and the two kids who are like older. They're like 20 or whatever. And Arne Slot, from Liverpool.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Loads of county fans were there going, oh, isn't he lucky to have a picture with Charlie?
I love that.
I bet he begged for that picture of Charlie and his kids.
I completely agree with this. Aleda said, having money is one thing, but you have to utilise it well enough, which Stockport definitely have. Like, you've mentioned it time and time again on here, Claire, and you say, obviously, you've spent money, how lucky you are with obviously, your owner. But I also feel like the community of Stockport are so lucky with the owner that you have as well, and what he does for the community. And it's amazing, like some of the initiatives and stuff that you're doing, the academy as well, the players, and just everything Stockport's doing. They're doing it completely the right way. And I love that. And I know people are like, oh, yeah, well, you spent this amount of money, spent that amount of money. But you're still doing things the right way and putting things in the community of Stockport. And that's what I absolutely love.
Yeah, 100% that. And just a shout out, because obviously I wasn't here last week, but the 5 guys that walked all the way to
Yes.
County from Peterborough, absolutely smashed it. And they've raised over £12,000 for free charity,
Wow.
one of
Love
which
that.
is an initiative that has been sort of created by our owner, Mark Stott, to ensure that every single school pupil in Stockport has a PE kit. So there's so
Love
many that
that.
can't afford it. And he's like, right, I'm going to kick this off with like 20 grand or whatever. And like, if fans will pay into it or whatever. But like, so there's a chunk of money going to that. And again, like, amazing initiative. But it's not just that, like, the players going out into schools. And I know a lot of places do that, but our club has always done it. And it's just going more and more. But like, apparently there's some delays to the expansion of the ground. But even, you know, that aside, we're selling out every week. The kids that are getting the free tickets, a lot of them are coming back again with their families. And it's how a lot of our, like, my generation, a bit lower, became fans in the first place, even though we were shit at the time. And then you've got, like, his long-term aim. He wants to bring, we've got, like, City's old training ground at Carrington, but his aim is to get us a training ground in Stockport, so it's supporting local businesses. And also he wants to open a school in Stockport that's basically like a sports academy, like sport school, so that there's still education and it's giving people sort of access to different kind of sporting areas. But I just think you're right, such an amazing person to own the club, and I just think it's putting the money in, but it's converting it to equity as well. So it's never going to bite us on the arse at this point. Like,
definitely. I just feel like with something like this podcast, and you often get a lot of people when they see a football club spending money, they just automatically think, oh, they're spending money on these players, they're throwing this cash about, blah, blah, blah. So I just wanted to kind of get it out there as well, because I know you've mentioned it time and time again about the good things that they're doing for the community. So I just wanted to kind of get that out to everyone, because we've got some new people obviously in the chat as well. And I know people, just if they see a podcast, they just presume and assume that, oh, they're just throwing money about. So it's really nice to kind of hear about those things, because at the end of the day, football is for the community, and it's amazing. It really is. I have got a few comments as well on obviously Stockport. So Lucas put, Dave Challoner is a top manager, deserves a chance in the Championship, I would say. Hopefully that will be with Stockport.
I feel like he's a bit safe at County as well. So even if we don't go up this year, he knows that we're going to go even more next year. So
I loved this comment as well from John, who's obviously a Birmingham fan. Stockport, great team. I fancy them in the playoffs. To lose Barry, who was so pivotal to them, but to continue on the same path, credit to the manager. I agree with that, because you think Louis Barry and the loss he has been as well. Louis Barry.
Do you reckon in Championship he'll come back again, third time?
Say yeah, Claire, please.
Look at the fact he's just been at Hull, and Hull could potentially be going to League One. He could come back to Stockport as a Championship club.
Yeah.
The reason that I'm sceptical to answer it is because you know how much I love Louis Barry and how grateful I am to everything. Like, I think he's an amazing person as well. I just don't know if, like, I don't want to say anything that's like mean against him or anything, because I don't mean it in this way. But what I want to say is that when Louis was here, everything kind of centered around him. Whereas now, where more players are coming into their own, you know, you've got Tanto, Wootton scoring, Fevrier doing well. You've got other players coming in that are doing a really good job. And we're not relying on that one player to do it.
Yeah.
So I actually
Aaron said that as well.
Don't think that we'll see again in a County shirt. But
You wouldn't be disappointed if
he needs to go back to League One anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that as well, because sometimes when you've got a player of that stature and somebody who is scoring goals a lot of the time and somebody who is like the core of it at that moment, the others don't flourish as well. But then obviously when that person obviously does go or move on, and it's no disrespect to Louis Barry because he's absolutely quality, but then you kind of see them other players, because you kind of get the vibe where, because someone's doing so well and it's so centered around them, isn't it? And like the spotlight and the limelight is on them. So it's nice to then see that you can still do it without someone like that. And that's no disrespect to him. It's just nice seeing your other players like flourish and stuff. Yeah.
And I think a part of it was that because obviously he was scoring all the goals he was, no one was really that bothered that he wasn't playing that well. And he wasn't playing that well. He was just scoring the goals. And that's the most important thing. But I do think he'll leave Villa.
Yeah.
At some point. I don't think it'll be soon because he's just signed a new contract with him. But I think the reason that they wanted to put him in the Championship was to see how he played against Championship level players. It wasn't like it's Hull, like they're not a good team. It was, let's test him against the players at a club where he's going to get played, and then he's got injured. So it's proven to be quite injury prone.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have necessarily got the game time at a team that was doing better, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything negative about him because, as I've said all the time, I absolutely love him. And it's not even for what he did on the pitch. It's the way he carries himself and like what an amazing person he is for his family. Himself is just an amazing guy who is genuinely really happy doing something that he loves, and he doesn't stop smiling, and that's what's so endearing.
Love that. And everything you said, it's not necessarily like negative or anything towards Louis Barry. It's just nice. It's just nice to take a star player out of it who you may have relied on, and then it's okay, like your players are then like doing well still, because you think of Walsall this season, since a couple of them have been called back. I know obviously it's League One chat, but since a couple of them got called back in January, we've seen them absolutely crumble, whereas Stockport haven't done that. So it's nice to see your other players kind of like coming together and flourishing.
I was going to say, it's you look even further up the pyramid. People were saying the same about Spurs, weren't they? When Kane went to Bayern Munich, how are they going to do? And then it was almost like, is Son going to take the reins as number one? But then everybody had to dig deep, and you had to play as a team. You weren't just building a team around one person. You had to play as a unit. And I think, going back to Claire's point, would she begrudge seeing him in a khaki shirt again? Hell no. F no. The whole shebang. But now, now that she's seen the team flourish, it's a case of, well, I want to see that continue. I want to see a team of 11 progress, not just a team of 10 watching this guy do the biz.
You know what's really beautiful this season as well is that because of the progression that we've made, and we've kind of just like kept growing and growing and growing. At this point, you're normally like, playoffs, I'm so nervous. And actually, I am not one bit nervous about it because I'm just like buzzing that we're in it. And I don't actually care about going up at this point. I feel like I've said it so many times. I don't care if we don't go up. I think it'd do us better to not go up this season.
Yeah.
I'd take it. Obviously, I'd take it.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not bothered if we don't. I'd still go to Wembley though.
Hopefully there'll be a few trips to Wembley this season for the podcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Claire, I'm going to ask you again, obviously, because you support a team in League One. Apart from obviously the county result, any other standouts on here for you?
So I've got to say there's a couple. Reading. Reading's result was a really good result for them to put them in with a chance of playoffs. There's so many teams like fighting for like the last spot. That'll be interesting on Saturday. Leyton Orient getting a win over Wycombe. I've got to admit, I feel, and it's not that I wanted Wycombe to go up second. I feel a bit sorry for them that they haven't, because they were there all season, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I just wonder what's happened to Coney for him to sort of go off the boil a bit this second half of the season. And Mansfield's win at Birmingham, but I'm pretty sure Birmingham are probably not even asked anymore because they've broke a points record and they've won the league. Like, they'll probably get dicks on Saturday.
I love this comment. Because obviously Sean, I made a mistake.
Sean, get a grip, man.
Wow, man. Do you know what? You're doing my graphics next week. Everyone who points a mistake out and here from now on, I will send a template to you all and you will do them. 3 shows have had to come on this week and you pointing out one mistake.
Just like to say, congratulations, Sean. You have passed the test. You are not colourblind. Well done.
You what though? Do you know what? I know it's banter and stuff, but it's frustrating sometimes. It's frustrating. All the graphics and all the hosting and everything you try and do, and one thing you do wrong. One thing. That bear is poked, Graham. That bear's poked well and truly. John has put as well, it was a shock, but we did win 4-0 at home to Mansfield.
You what? You what? I don't get that. Have you got it the wrong way around? No, they got beat, didn't they? What's that? I don't get it. We did win 4-0 at home to Mansfield. No, they got beat. Didn't they?
Who cares? Drita, I'll come to you next. Any standouts? No, they
Oh,
won
right,
4-0.
yeah. Birmingham won 4-0.
Not on my podcast.
So who she wants at the top and who she wants at the bottom. Right?
Yeah, I decide. No, I'm only joking. It's been a long week, everyone. It's been a long week. Yes, everyone. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
We're just making sure you're all awake. That's all.
Exactly. Bloody hell.
Do you know what? I did read something yesterday saying that there's this Birmingham fan called Lee. I don't know him, but I started following him when he went on a little like trip to Tromsø, which is like my favourite, like top 1 bucket list place to go. And he got threatened in the McDonald's at Blackpool after the game last night. Funny. Sorry.
Peter, any standouts for you on here?
I'd probably say the Shrewsbury and Barnsley result.
Yeah.
I think that was a big shock. We've got a player currently who's on loan at Shrewsbury and he was on the bench, but one of our former players, Alex Gilliard, he now plays for Shrewsbury, so I always look out for him. The fact that they got a win against, well, obviously Barnsley are going to be in League One next season, like they're not fighting for playoffs or anything, but to get a result against Barnsley, who are quite strong, is pretty impressive.
This comment made me laugh. You're further down than 7th, John.
That's true, that. But do you think, and this is to all of you, like, what do you think about it? Do you think that when you're confirmed to be relegated, the pressure sort of comes off you a bit? And
100%. I couldn't give less of a fuck what's happening these last 2 games. We lost 4-1 to Sheffield, and I was like, cool, don't care. I'm at that stage now. I'm just like, I'm done. Get it over with. It's done.
I love how Sam, bless him, has been so quiet watching United, but as soon as people start giving me grief, come straight in. Rule number 1, Shah can put whatever score she likes. Seriously, the work she puts in for you all to put this show on, give her a break. Yeah, give me a break, everyone. Give me a break. Thank you. Be like Sam's bodyguard. Oh, funny. Jen, I'll come to you next. Any standouts for you, or any that are wrong you want to point out?
I don't look at the table, love. I don't know actually what the scores are, to be honest. You can make them all up for all I care. No, I'd probably say Burton and Cambridge, because Burton were confirmed to be safe, which is incredible from them. From the great escape that they've done is unbelievable from them.
What a manager Gary Bowyer is, eh?
I know.
It's incredible what they've done to escape that relegation, and I'm very happy for them because it is a really nice ground as well. So I'm very happy that they've managed to stay up, and hopefully they can improve for next season and not be down there battling again.
I know you mentioned as well, Claire, didn't you, when obviously they played you, and you said if they play like that for the rest of the season, they'll be absolutely fine. Yeah,
I did. That day we won, and we were very fortunate to win because they played some really, really good football. Very close game, but I said after that match that they'd stay up, and just take your hat off to him because what a bloody good job he's done. You just like to think of what they can do next season.
Rebecca, any standouts for you?
I mean, Bristol Rovers getting beat off Reading, fair play to Reading, great result for them, but Bristol Rovers are now relegated, which I didn't expect this season, I'll be honest. I've always had them as the proper League One team, so for them to be making the trip to Aki next season will be an interesting one. But like Jen said, I think the Burton result as well was a massive win for them, and 93rd minute winner, so they left it late, but great result for them to stay in League One and to say what they've been able to do this season and pull themselves out of it. It is a great one for them.
Dan, any for you?
I'd probably have to say Scott Lindsay's Crawley Town.
I was going to say that. What a standout. We've got Sean here to listen to me and you big Crawley up.
Yeah, what a result though. I mean, they've again similar to Gary Bowyer and Burton. They're fighting till the death to try and get themselves out of that relegation scrap, and they looked dead and buried. Halfway through the season, that were it for Crawley. They were going down. You had them nailed on. This is what I love about the EFL. There's nothing ever confirmed till that last ball is kicked. Yeah. And it's just quality. That's why, for me, the EFL stands out as one of the best leagues in the world, better than the Premier League. And I don't care if we're going there. Seriously, the EFL is mint.
Let's just leave this slide up for a few more seconds to see that wonderful result. Crawley in green scored 3 goals and Northampton in red. I'm only joking. See, I can be bitter as well. I can be salty, Sean.
Not salt and chips, so.
I prefer vinegar, but I can be damn salty. Aled has put Charlton at home. All day I was a bag of nerves, but was a great day as went to the game with my sister. Last time she saw a game was in 2019 playoff game against Eastleigh. Love that so much.
Oh, them poor real fans who have been going all season and couldn't get a ticket.
Joking. After Nathan's comments of the circus, it was great getting a win, but what a goal by Smith. The second one of the day. That game was the first time I celebrated a promotion at a game with a family member in a stand to me. I love that. But I do love that. Their memories and stuff with your family are just so priceless. That's really made me smile. I love stuff like that.
Has anybody on here got stories of moments in football that they've seen with family members that'll live with them?
My stepdad, who is a City fan, sitting next to me in the Cheadle end at County years ago when we played City. They were going up, we were already relegated, and we beat them. And I just remember he leant down because a guy directly in front of him, don't know why I did this, that guy directly in front of him had a City shirt on and you could see the top of the shirt above his coat. He just turned around and like picked it up so it was hiding the fact that he was wearing a City shirt, and me celebrating in his face. It was great. I mean, it didn't mean anything because we were relegated, but it was a nice little thing to happen.
I just remember 2 moments with my dad. Obviously, I lost him 2 years ago now. So, 2009 playoff final against Sheffield United. Went to Wembley that morning, and just absolutely buzzing all the way down there in the car. And then the full-time whistle went. I needed a piss after the Wade Elliott goal, and I didn't dare move. Like, I couldn't turn my head, just my eyes followed the game. And I didn't dare move because I thought I'm going to be a bad omen if I do. So, yeah, I just remember at full-time, me sobbing my eyes out and him throwing me around Wembley, and that's like one thing I'll always have. And Robbie Blake's goal against Manchester United at the Turf, first time in the Premier League, it was just like, boom, bittersweet.
Oh, that's lovely, that. And it's so nice that you've got them memories that you can still smile about with your dad as well. Like,
well, yeah, because all the other ones were a bag of shit. So at the end of the day, I've got 2.
You're a right sprout.
Do you know what? I've actually been quite lucky, to be fair, because I've seen like people laugh about supporting Rochdale, but I've kind of seen it all. Like, we've got to Wembley, obviously you get your cup runs and everything. Obviously, I've seen relegation, which obviously isn't very.
Wait, who
very
last
nice.
supporting Rochdale?
Everyone.
Put them in the fucking.
Everyone.
Don't care.
Someone actually went to me the other day. I didn't even know Rochdale had a team. I'm like, thanks, lad.
Whoa. Those how shit his knowledge is then.
Exactly. But there was a couple actually. Obviously, my dad is the reason why I'm a Rochdale fan, and I remember, bless him, the penalty that got us to Wembley, and Ben Muirhead it was. He had like a really inconsistent season. He was injured and stuff as well, and as soon as he stepped up, loads of our fans were like, oh no, he's not going to score. And I was like, no, he's had a really bad season, bless him. He's been out of form, he struggled with injuries. He's going to have his moment now, and he's going to get us to Wembley. And anyway, he did. And bless my dad, he jumped up that high, it elbowed me, my nose were pouring, I ended up with 2 black eyes.
Oh my God.
It was worth it though, don't get me wrong. So that was one of them. There was another one where we ended up getting promoted against Northampton. Chris O'Grady got us back into League One.
What a player he was.
I know. I went running on the pitch, and it got to the point where everyone had ran on the pitch. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to join in with them all. Me beating me, ran on the pitch, goal mouth, went sliding, fell. Everyone's like looking at me like, what are you doing? So that was one. But just like this season, I just find so amazing because, like I said, and you've seen her like come into the chat and everything as well. My sister Amy, like she used to come and watch Dale as a kid, but then she didn't really have much of an interest in football, and she is and has been like a United fan like all of her life. And this season, obviously, the prices don't help with United at the moment, and the way obviously they're treating fans. So she's really got into watching the game, and like my niece as well, Ellie, bless her, she's 3 and she absolutely loves it. And there's literally like me, my uncle, my mum, my dad, and bearing in mind my mum and dad are split up, but we still go to the game with us all together and stuff. There's me, my sister, obviously, Ellie, my niece, and my 2 boys, Bobby and Oliver. And it's just amazing watching like your local team who you've loved, but then seeing like different generations and the kids like loving it. Like all 3 of the kids will stand there, they'll sing all the songs and stuff.
I love that.
Amy, as well. I was going to get onto that.
I was going to say, I thought that was going to be a highlight.
No, but honestly, it's so good. And another highlight as well, and Amy will point it out, she's only been coming like properly this season, and she's now a season ticket holder, may I add. So converting her. One memory this season that I will have was I won't say the language on here, but when I've come on and said about our fans getting on Cairo Mitchell's back, and usually it's me who's gobbing off at them all. Oh no, Amy has took it upon herself now because she's become attached to these players this season. Every time someone gets hate, whether it's Jim McNulty, whether it's one of our players, she stands up and starts swearing at him. I'm out in her, but in a good way.
I don't like Amy.
But honestly, it's so lovely just like obviously supporting your local team, but having not just us there, but like your kids as well. And then I'm hoping, fingers crossed, when they have kids, it'll continue and just like the new generation. And this is what I mean about football and the community and stuff. I just think it's amazing. And sorry, someone else say it now because I feel like I've just completely took over.
I've got, I think it's 2. So it's like, I know that this is the low league one, but one of like my main ones is Everton. And it was the Crystal Palace match when we went 2-0 down. But me and my dad had this superstition of we'd gone on a winning run when we'd been walking up the steps to top balcony. So we had it in our heads where we both walked up the 110 steps to our seat, followed the exact same pre-match that we did every single time. And it's always been one of them where my mum and dad have always told me never be scared to shout. And that is one thing that I've always done. From like the age of 3, I was stood there screaming for my favourite players. And it was my dad joined in that match. He's never been one for like fully shouting, but that was the one thing of when the final whistle went, we were both nearly in tears and just hugged each other. And that is like a memory that I'll always have of going to Everton. Like every Everton match has been special with him because he'll just sit there and point everything out that he used to do with his dad. Or like when I was a lot younger where we used to sit when I was mascot and he was watching me walk out and things like that. So it's always like the memories that he has, which he then passes on to me, are always special, but the ones that I've made with him. And then it's like going to our first like Aki match. It was one of them where it was like a bit of a, do we go, do we not? And then from the moment that we went, we just fell in love with it. And it was the first time I got him in the Her Game 2 frame. And that is one of my favourite photos of me and him together. That. Because like my mum and dad have been like the 2 most supportive people with everything that I've done with Her Game 2. And then it's like to get them both in photos in the frame and to just see them at like our dedicated fixtures and stuff. It's always special to see.
My God, I'm filling up.
Oh gosh, crying again.
I love that. Sorry, by the way, everyone.
I feel like we've all just gone proper like campfire with stories now, haven't we? And just, let's just have memories.
Oh, I love that. Honestly.
Love
Treated, Jen, have you got
any? Yeah, I think mine's like similar to Rebecca, like in terms of my dad. My dad's the one who always goes to games with me, and he's the reason why I got into football in the first place. And I think the one memory that stands out is when we won against Northampton Town in the playoffs. And that was kind of the game that like sparked everything for me as a Bradford City fan, because I remember walking down Wembley Way and seeing all the Bradford City fans, and my dad was really, really excited and like proper up for it and everything. Obviously we won 3-0 as well, which obviously helped, but like I think just seeing like all the Bradford City fans together and then just like the whole like community feel about it, just walking up Wembley Way, I think that was like the main thing for me. And then obviously all the games I go with my dad, so every game we just have like a little thing that we have from each game, like whether it's him like celebrating a goal or whether it's we're traveling to away games and it's just like us 2 traveling down together. It's those little things, I think, for me. Yeah.
Oh, love that. Jen?
I'd probably say Spurs away in the FA Cup, because it felt we're all going into it like, oh, it's Spurs, we won't do anything to them. We're a League 2 side, they're a Premier League side, and then we scored. And honestly, I remember it. I remember them scoring, and it was like on the opposite end, so you literally didn't see it go in, and everyone just started cheering. There was beer everywhere. I literally went home stinking of beer in my hair. I was just like, okay, this is what we're doing. And it was just one of them feelings where it's just like, we could actually do this, but then they had to bring on like the top 3 people. Like But the fact they have to bring on the top 3 people against a League Two side, like, we don't get many days like that. And then obviously we had Chelsea away in the FA Cup this year, and I have to give it to Chelsea. That stadium is unbelievable. Like, it's probably one of the best Premier League grounds that I've been to. And it's just the atmosphere. Harry saving that goal was top moment, 100%, because you didn't think he was going to save it. And I remember visually watching him save it. And we were like right at the back. I remember.
He's typing really loud.
I remember standing at the back, and we were obviously stood up because they have like safe standing. I remember going back, whacking my leg off the chair, completely oblivious that I've done this. And then 2 days later, I look at my leg and I've got this massive bruise. I'm just like, great, okay, that happened. I don't even remember it happening. But then also it's when we first moved over here, it was like, it must be like 10 years ago now. We just sat down one night and said, why don't we just go to the football? Why don't we just go, see what it's like? And that was one night that changed everything. Like, we went, we loved it, we loved Jim Bentley, still love that man to bits, we'll always love that man to bits. And straight away we was hooked. And it's incredible now because you sit there and you think, 10 years ago we were just watching the football, and now Liam's working for the club. Like, that's a full like turnaround, which I think is probably one of the proudest moments altogether, is seeing Liam work for the club and doing what he loves is probably one of the best, especially at Chelsea. To see him doing that at a Premier League club was probably one of the best moments.
Who's that dog? Dad.
I've got my window open and some neighbouring dogs are going skit.
Did that dog just say its favourite memory was beating Northampton?
Yeah, 11th of February 1992, Burnley 5, Northampton Town 0. Fourth division, quality. I remember being there. I was 8 months old. Brilliant.
What a day!
What a day! Oh, what a day!
Oh, funny. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm on form with my banter tonight. I feel like this is the day for me. Don't have them very often. Someone's dog isn't agreeing. John has put, being season ticket holder with my dad now for 30 years, seeing us win the Carling Cup at Wembley together in 2011, what a day and a memory.
Aww.
Lucas put, went with my dad to Wembley in the FA Trophy final 2024. Absolutely loved it, witnessing that with him to see Gateshead win. Oh, I love this as well from Kate. Bless her. My boy is autistic and he absolutely loves Burnley now. The chants he does are just hilarious. We were walking around Tesco the other week and he was on the ball with the chants. Oh, I love that.
Honestly, Mason is so like he's amazing, right? I didn't understand autism when me and Kate got together, and it was really difficult. And then, like she even says to me now, he's literally morphed into a little you.
No.
You know. So I said, yeah, exactly, Claire. I pulled the same face.
I just said, oh, you little shit.
Yeah, so did I. Oh, really? But no, he's.
Hey, give him a clip round the ear, old Kate.
Don't. That's classed as a game in this house. But no, it's to be fair, he's proper witty, and honestly, like my little best mate. I love him.
Aww. We've got someone in the chat as well who I think just wants to say hi to Rebecca. No one else. Don't like us. Oh, this one as well. Darren. Beating Man City 2-1 away at Main Road. Oh. Nicky Weaver. I remember Nicky Weaver. What a keeper. Will never be beaten for me. Worst moment, getting beat off Rochelle Olympic in FA Cup qualifying round.
I'm not sure.
Johnny should know Rochelle Olympic.
I'm not sure I agree with you there, Darren. Vauxhall Motors getting beat by them away.
It's true.
I mean, mind you, we've all got our worst, haven't we?
Yeah.
And I think our last game against Northampton finished 2-2. Sad day that.
Mine was the time when I went down for a pie and there weren't any left.
Oh, nothing like that.
Sad times.
No pie left.
So did you just get a pint of gravy instead?
I just cried. I didn't actually. I stood there going, why? Why?
Throwing mushy peas at people.
Honestly, I was so tempted to flick my mushy peas that day. But then I thought, these can't have one of me 5 a day. That's what I get from Dan. You know, when you commented on the picture the other week and you're like, why mushy peas? It makes me feel better with my calorie counting. Because when I had that big fat pie and a chocolate bar after it, I'm like, oh, but I had one of me 5 a day with them peas, so going well. I'm like one of them, you know, like McDonald's or the Chippy or something, where they order like a lot of food and they're like, oh, I just have a bottle of water or a Diet Coke, I'm dieting. That's me. Oh, I just have some mushy peas, I'm dieting. With my twin bar of chocolate and my big fat pie and gravy. Just got it, right, yeah.
Yeah, therefore, it's a must.
Just going back to the football anyway, one team I did want to point out who were in fantastic form.
We do a podcast, don't we?
I know. I felt like I had to try and get it back now. It's a good job we don't do non-league on this one anymore. Is Leyton Orient. Obviously, we did have that little bit of a phase after the FA Cup where I don't know if it was tired, I don't know if it was a bit of like a hangover from the FA Cup, but they're in fantastic form at the minute, and obviously I think it's between them and Reading. Let me have a quick look just to clarify. Yes, that other spot. I was like, I'm sure it is. Let me get my head around it. My graphic says so anyway. Whether it's right or not, who knows?
No, it's true. It's right.
It's true. That's good. But I just wanted to point out with Leyton Orient because I think they're obviously doing really well at the moment.
Yeah. As
Graham said. Rediscovering their form.
They've got Huddersfield away on Saturday. They've got nothing to play for, but Reading are at home to Barnsley. I'd prefer Reading to get in it. I'd rather play Reading than Orient at this moment in time.
Can't decide me because I'd feel sad for both teams because I feel like both teams have really, really done well this season. Obviously, Reading with everything going on off the pitch, I'd love for them to obviously have the chance and stuff. But I just feel bad for Orient at the same time because I think that little phase they had where obviously if they dropped form, apart from that, I think they've been brilliant all season.
Yeah, I'd rather play Reading anyway.
Yeah. Lucas put, come on, Reading. Come on, Reading. I say everything like that now, and it's so bad. So bad. Come on, Wednesday. That man has inspired me. I feel like I have to sing, next person whose birthday it is, I have to sing happy birthday and come on Wednesday.
Happy birthday
to you.
It'll be even better if we find out if anyone's birthday is on Wednesday.
Oh, yes. I'm double checking.
I'm checking now, I think.
I think mine's on a Sunday.
Mine was on a Tuesday. Sorry, Claire.
Mine's on a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Sorry, Claire.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just looking at the results there, and I was going to say the draw that Burton got in the week was what kept them up, but it also confirmed Crawley and Bristol Rovers getting relegated. But
yes. So quick look.
I've seen a few Bristol Rovers fans suggesting that they want Joey Barton back.
Stop, no.
Oh,
Like,
really?
if I was a Bristol Rovers fan, I would rather stay in League Two for life than have that man near my football
100%.
club.
Oh, God, no.
That just, wow. That angers me. Angers me, it does. So, League One table. Top of the table, promoted and already champions, we have Birmingham City on 108 points. Is that actually right?
Yeah.
By the way. Yeah.
I'm
just double checking. I'm paranoid now.
It's a new record, Shah, for the most points any team has ever got in a Football League season.
I thought it was, but I'm just like doubting myself now and everything I'm doing. Record points, yes. Thank you for confirming that, John.
Fair play to him though, because like we said before, you can have all the money in the world, but you've got to use the money in the right way. And people hate on Birmingham all over the place for spending the money that they did. But fair play to him, fair fucks.
It comes with
the right way.
It comes with a huge amount of pressure, I think, as well. When you have money like that and you spent so much money, you have to kind of go and prove your point, don't you? You have to prove yourself. So I feel like with Birmingham, they have done extremely well. Second, we have Wrexham, and as you can see, they are promoted on 89 points. And then qualified for the playoffs, we do have 3 teams. Third, Stockport County on 84 points. Wickham are 4th, also on 84 points. And we have got Charlton Athletic, who are 5th and on 82 points. They have qualified for the playoffs. There is one more spot left. In that spot at the moment, we have Leyton Orient on 75 points, but Reading are in 7th and also on 75 points. And then in the relegation zone, in relegation, we have, and all 4 teams have officially all been relegated. Crawley Town, 21st on 43 points. Bristol Rovers, 22nd on 43 points. Cambridge United, 23rd on 38 points. And Shrewsbury Town, bottom of League One on 33 points. Alid has put, we had 111 points in the National League when we got promoted.
Yeah, but it's not a Football League, so you can't get a Football League record for the
It's not a competition. Sam has put, where is Claire? She's at Wembley.
Sticking all the opposition fans again.
Wrexham next up, Premiership. The dog liked 75 points. I think he did.
It's pitch black. I can't even see where this bloody dog is.
Sounds like he's having a great time, though.
Yeah. It could be a stalker in a tree for all I know, just like dogs like barking.
Oh, yes.
I hope.
Ring the police, Dan. Ring the police now.
I'll leave it window open. You're welcome to come in.
Oh, as well, sorry. Shah, please read my last comment about Rovers. P.S. My birthday is on a podcast day this month. Oh, I'll sing happy birthday to you. I do it for everyone. This is a comment. Ha 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 ha. There's only one team in Bristol, mind the gap.
I feel like it's a little bit mean to laugh at people getting relegated, though.
It's all right. Carlisle came down with us and we're laughing at them. Everything is southern in the National League. I need as many teams as close as possible. That's why we need Chester to win the playoffs.
That was some shit
want us to go
Barrow. Did you see what Barrow put? Like, with their only team in Cumbria or something.
Yeah, that was so as fuck. That
it was.
Yeah, it was.
So
Did you see what Northampton did when Bristol Rovers got relegated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man. You're better than that. You're going down next season yourselves.
Saying nothing. League Two, anyway. And of course, we do have a very special person on the podcast. Usually she's in the chat. Drita, do you want to talk to us about Bradford?
Well.
You don't have to.
Well, I'll do it. Well, we played Doncaster. Obviously, if win for them, they would have got promoted. A win for us, then it would have secured our promotion. And then we just had to bank on the Walsall and Accrington game. But yeah, it was definitely an eventful game. I have to say that to the least. Rob Street, who's on loan from Crystal Palace, scored Doncaster's first goal. And I think without him, they haven't been that clinical up front because he's been like the person they've been really depending on. And then for us, it went from bad to worse because in the stroke of half time, one of our players got sent off. I don't know if anyone's seen the clip. He was just arguing with the ref and then he got a red and then that was that. And I was like, brilliant. That's exactly what we needed. So going to the second half with 10 men, not fun. And then we were ordered a pen in the 85th minute. None of our like normal pen takers were on the pitch. So we gave it to Tyreek Wright. Bear in mind, I've never seen this man take a pen. So I didn't have that many hopes. Didn't score, obviously. It got saved, to be fair. So I was like, okay, then fair enough. And then, of course, Doncaster bring on Billy Sharp. Doesn't like us. We don't like him. So he scored. Obviously, it was like written in the stars. And then Romany Critchlow scored for us in the 94th minute, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. And obviously Doncaster got promoted and they did a pitch inversion and everything. The only thing I was bothered about was making sure our players were all right. So...
Oh, bless you. We will talk a little bit about Bradford. Obviously, Graham Alexander, what a fantastic job he is doing. I know when he
through
first...
the season, weren't he, as well?
Yeah.
I know at the start, some people were a little bit hesitant. They didn't know what to expect. And I know it kind of did take a while for him to settle, obviously bringing his players and stuff. What do you think of Graham Alexander and how is he doing, obviously, at Bradford?
Well, I love him. I think, honestly, he's done what is needed. Like, he's got the fans believing and, like, the atmosphere around Valley Parade now and, like, the fan base as a whole on social media and in person. Everyone is just fully up for everything. And, like, they've finally... I think after, I don't know how many years now, but like after a while now, we all feel so connected to the squad and like the fans and the players just, they have that connection. I think that's all down to Graham and what he's done. And like I've seen him a few times, obviously doing my Her Game 2 stuff, and he's just a lovely person in general, but he knows how to get the best out of his players. And I think especially he's been here, 18 months, I think it is. This season, he's had his own players, everything that he wanted. So he brought in all the players that he wanted, the loan lads, everything. So I think he just made it work this season. Obviously, touch wood, it happens on Saturday, we get promoted. But I think either way, I think he's just done an incredible job, and he's just got the fans believing in the club again and in the players and everything.
One thing as well that I did want to point out, you could get promoted on obviously the weekend, but you've not had Andy Cook for a while, and what a brilliant player he obviously is. But obviously your players have come together, they've hit form, they've played really, really well. But who would you say your standout players have been this season? Or any favourites of yours?
I think standout probably be Richie Smallwood, our captain. He got Player of the Year as well last night at the Player of the Year Awards. Rightly deserved. Obviously, the red card a couple of weeks ago is what it is. But apart from that, he's been phenomenal. He's just that person we needed in midfield to just link everything together to make sure the defence knows what they're doing, the attackers know what they're doing, etc., etc. He was just that glue. And he's obviously massively deserved to be Player of the Season. I couldn't think of anyone better. I think probably a close second would be Sam Walker, our goalkeeper. He's been incredible as well. Honestly, the save he made, it was a penalty against Crewe. So Crewe had a penalty, saved it in front of a packed out Cop at Valley Parade. Honestly, unbelievable. Probably my favourite moment this season. And then I'd probably say favourites. I've got a couple of favourites. Jamie Walker is our player advocate at Her Game 2. So obviously I've got a thing for him. He's obviously incredible. He's such a good player. He didn't have that many chances this season, to be honest, but when he's come on, he's really made a difference. And then I'd probably say the loan lads. Me and Rebecca have been speaking about players who might be leaving and stuff like that. Loan lads. I think Barnsley's Jack Shepherd. I think a lot of you might have heard about him, or think what a player he is. Honestly, incredible player. I'm gutted that he's not our player and he's going back to Barnsley, but he's just what you want from a defender. He's proper reliable. He's just there when you need him. He's only young. He's my age, so it just shows. But he was in non-league 2 seasons ago for Pontefract Colliers, and then now he's playing in League 2. It's just honestly unbelievable. Yeah.
Just before as well, obviously, we move on. any standouts this season, like as a whole? It could be to do with your Her Game 2 stuff, any like standout games, any standout goals, just anything positive, because you are the queen of positivity on this podcast, so we need some.
Obviously, the dedicated fixture this season, we won 2-0. Honestly, that was the best thing ever in front of, I think, 22,000 fans, which was honestly mental. Yeah, I think that was probably one of the highlights. I think the goals that we've scored, obviously you mentioned Andy Cook, obviously been out since January, but the fact that our players have been able to just group together and just understand what job is at hand and like take on themselves, like Callum Kavanagh, he's basically been our main striker now. He's been incredible, honestly. Like the goals he's scored as well have been really, really good. I think Andy Cook's goal against Pot Vale on Boxing Day was honestly incredible. It won goal of the season as well, rightly so. Jack Shepherd did a goal, I think it was against Gillingham at home, basically outside the 18-yard box, just on the volley, straight in top corner. I was like, oh my God, this is mental. I think, like I said earlier, I think it's just this squad have just like made you believe in a bit more as a Bradford fan, and like they all understand what's at stake, and they all understand what it means to be a Bradford City fan and to be part of the community. Obviously, one of our players is a Bradford lad, Bobby Poynton, and he obviously knows what it means. He was sat in the stands, literally where I am, years ago. Now he's playing on the pitch, but he knows what it means to be Bradford City. So I think this squad, I don't want this squad to split and break, because I love this squad too much and I want them all to stay. But yeah, I think this squad is they're just a really good bunch of lads, and I really hope they do it on Saturday. I really hope so.
Oh, I love that. You need to come on more often. We need this. We need this. Become a full-time team member. I'm offering it. You're right here, right now.
Stopping it right now.
You can't say no now because you're live on here. No, honestly, we absolutely love the positivity, and we say it every time you're in the chat. You just make us smile so much.
It's true as well. Our podcast WhatsApp group is always saying how much we love you as well.
Honestly.
Thank you.
Come and join our podcast WhatsApp group too.
Will do.
Being serious. I'm asking you everything on here so you can't say no.
This is why she's doing it now and not there.
She'll have a restraining order again. Right. Rebecca, Jen. Who wants to go first, girls?
Oh, look at her.
It's all right. They're still in League Two. It's fine for them.
Do you want to go, Jen? Get it out of the way, or do you want me to go?
I'll go. It's fine. Yeah. There's not much to say on it, really.
I love your sash, Jen, honestly.
That's what I'm laughing at. I'm not laughing at what's happening. I'm just laughing at your sash.
You need to do the finger point, and you've got it all, girl.
Yeah.
It's all right for someone in League Two. I'm telling you, sister, no, I'm not having it. No, that's it.
It's all right. After next week, I'm not coming back to this one. I'm just doing Mondays.
Yes, she did it. She did the sass, but it's just we out the head bobbling. I'm telling you now, mate. All right.
You don't need no EFL podcast. She's got non-league with a whole new team.
No, you've got to come on for the playoffs, Jen.
No.
That last got gratitude.
Instead of computer says no, Jen says no.
Yeah. No, but going into Saturday, I was like, it is what it is. I wasn't really forced. To be honest, I know that sounds bad, but like, we're relegated. We're already going down. It doesn't really matter what happens. Yeah, it would be nice to win, but at the same time, it is what it is. We just wasn't good enough. It's against a team who's fighting for the playoffs. It wasn't the greatest game for us personally, but I think as the fans who went, I have to give full credit to them, because they did not stop singing for 90 minutes. They were doing so many chants, so many songs. They were probably one of the best set of fans we've had on away trip, and I think it's just because it was our last EFL away trip, and it was this is actually it now. Like, we are going down to National League. Let's just celebrate this last away trip. Let's just have a ball. A lot of them went in fancy dress, which again, I just think it's great when people, I won't personally do it because I'm not that kind of person, but to the people who do it, I just think it's incredible. And I have to give huge credit to Chesterfield. Chesterfield fans were unbelievable after the game. Obviously, we lost 4-1. We got a goal. The fans saw a goal. So there's a positive. But after the game, all the Chesterfield fans just stayed and clapped every single player and every fan out of that stadium. And I think, as Derek said in his post-interview, that Chesterfield have been in our situation before. They understand why. And I think for Chesterfield, they're obviously in the playoffs. They've managed to sort it out their end. And the fact that they stayed and they clapped all the players off, all the fans, I think is just incredible for them as a club. And the fact that afterwards as well, a lot of them were on social media replying to fans saying, your fans are incredible. They didn't stop singing for 90 minutes. They were just incredible. And we really hope you get it sorted out. So I think, for me personally, I think Chesterfield are just incredible. They deserve to be in the playoffs and possibly go up because the way they were towards our fans is probably one of the nicest ones we've had this season because
I love that. So classy.
Yeah, they could easily have just not bothered and just walked out the stadium, not clapped our players, but they understand what it's like to be in the situation that we are in now. And if anything, it's made me root for Chesterfield in the playoffs now because if they can be as classy as that to a club that, again, they've just beat 4-1, then they deserve every single credit to go up this season. But we've got Harrogate at home on Saturday, last home game of the season. Let's just see what happens. If we can win, incredible. Let's try and finish on a high. But yeah, National League next season. We'll see. There's quite a few long trips in there. So yeah, we'll see. But hopefully we'll get the budget. I don't know. Just don't know.
I tell you what, Jen, it's an eye-opener. It's a real eye-opener, don't get me wrong, but it's so much fun. We're actually winning games.
Yeah.
What's that do if you dress up as a shrimp?
Definitely not.
We've already
No.
It's only for the podcast group chat for shrimp.
No. Plus our mascot isn't even a shrimp, it's a cat, so chance. But no, I'd love to do these long away trips like Truro away. I'd love to do that for a weekend because they're some of the memories that you create for life with your friends, just spending a weekend down there. He's just looking forward to going to all these new stadiums that he's never been to.
Well, I bet less of that, Liam. We want to go to the EFL.
No, you're not allowed.
We'll get you in the cup.
When you're in your playoff, I'm going to come down that Thursday. I'm going to get on the pitch and sit in the middle so you can't play the game.
Don't worry. Our pitch is already terrible. Nobody needs to do any harm to our pitch. It's already like by itself.
But yeah, I think as a whole, I am looking forward to the National League. It is a lot of new grounds. We obviously will find out which players are staying, which are going. We're obviously going to lose all our loanies. But like I said last week, if we keep Derek, huge, because the pull he has on players, he knows top from bottom at the club. If he can keep half the players that we've got, I think we've got a fighting chance. And obviously we can get a budget, get sold. Who says we can't be in the playoffs next season?
Off you pop, Jason.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Leave the club. Let Derek have a budget that he can actually get some actual good players in with and we're in with a shot 100%. He's promoted us before. Why couldn't he do it again?
Yeah, he can.
Exactly. You'll love it, Jen, honestly. I was absolutely gutted. And obviously the situation we're in, we was obviously in something similar as well. It wasn't obviously down to our owner because we were fan owned. We just needed that new structure. But as a whole, the National League, I love it, me. It's so much fun. Yeah.
I was watching it yesterday and I was just look at all these grounds. I want Maidstone to come up just so I can go to Maidstone and see Ben.
Honestly, one of the opposition players can absolutely pin you down to the floor, wrestle move you, and it's not even a booking. It's so fun.
I can't wait for that.
Don't go to Boreham Wood. It's one of the worst places ever.
Oh, love Luke Garrard, though. Love Luke Garrard. But, yeah, and if we don't get promoted, Jen, you come into Rochdale, the pies, the chippy, Desmond the Dragon, who doesn't look like a dragon. We've got him all.
I saw Desmond the Dragon the other day, right? And I grew up as Liam was from Rochdale, I was from like Hayward area. And I remember when my auntie used to take me to Rochdale games and there used to be Desmond the Dragon. And then I was like, oh, I'll just search him, see if he still looks the same. Why does he look so different?
No.
I was just like, why? Well, this isn't what I remember.
But I'm all for it.
You need to Google it.
Like you can go up to Desmond the Dragon and ask for a photo and he will let you have a photo because I've done this. Like my wall is full of Mark White pictures and Desmond the Dragon. If no one watched a non-league podcast on Monday. Top secret, it's not actually real, by the way, but it was funny. We were talking about Dorking.
That's not freaking dragon.
I know. But yeah,
bunny rabbit. That.
Yeah, I know.
That's not what it used to look like.
That's like Spiral on
really
Spice.
Nice.
Is that clear? It probably is. It probably is. Rochdale, isn't it?
It's like Rayman if he had a like incest kid.
Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, the non-league podcast, right?
Sorry to any Blackburn fans who got offended then.
If nobody has obviously seen it, we're talking about Dorking, aren't we? And James, who does the social media at Dorking, came into the chat and he called me a Mark White groupie, which fully am. Like, at this point, I admit it. I'm number one fan. Like, I will set up fan clubs if I have to. I love that man. And anyway, he put in a comment saying Charlotte has Mark White posters on a wall. And it just came out. I was like, oh, yeah. I took the pictures of my kids down and put pictures of him up. Actually, I haven't, by the way, to add context to it. But it was funny, wasn't it, Jen?
She has really.
Yeah.
This picture of her holding a little one, just a picture of Mark White, that little mini.
There you go, Jen. Lovely person.
Be a lovely person, but that ain't no dragon.
Just a lovely person.
If he wants to identify as a dragon, he can identify as a dragon.
Do what you want.
I'm more annoyed because I didn't even think about it until Kate put it in earlier that when you go to Rochdale games, you get like gravy and peas. We literally just get a pie chucked to us. That's it.
Yeah, I get it all, me.
Yeah, like, we get gravy and peas as well.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We get it as well, but they've changed our pies. Everyone hates the life because we had the best pies ever, and now we've changed to prison pies. And like genuinely, we sell prison pies. It's people that are in prison. It's called HM pasties, and it's literally people in prison making the food. It's like, you know, that skill thing that they do in prison.
Oh, yeah.
They're like half the quality, but the same price.
And you get 2 for 1 because when you do a half-time draw, whoever's got the key in the bottom of theirs and not swallowed it, they actually win a prize at half-time.
Yeah, the Wigan mascot is a pie.
Kate, don't just clip him around the ear hole. Give him
pies are. We've gone from Holland's and gone to like, I don't even know what we've gone to now. I think we're going to Hafner's.
Needs to try Great North Pie Company. It is the best.
I love pies. Pies are my favourite.
Yeah.
That needs to be clipped. That's a meme there. Just Charge going, I love pies.
You know what? We need to do this.
You need speak like bubbles out in her head and just pies popping up everywhere. I love pies.
Pies are the best.
I love pies and Mark White. Mark White pie.
Oh, honestly, I love them. They're my favourite thing ever. Sorry, I'm liking a pie trance now. Rebecca, please get me out of this pie trance. Talk at Crinton.
I mean, what a match and a huge result for us. Heading into it, I had Drita giving me all of the positivity possible because I was so nervous because we've seen Carlisle and the run that they were recently on. It could have gone either way. We needed a point. Walsall, their drop-off needs investigating because God knows what has happened, but I appreciate the drop-off because it did help us. It was an incredible shift from the lads. They dug in and did what they had to. The atmosphere from the Aki fans. It's always commented on that we don't take many away. But even when there's not many of us, the noise and everything that we make, it was one of the best atmospheres that we've experienced this season. They did have quite a few chances. They hit the post, they hit the bar. So you're thinking, God, what's going to happen here? And then Ben Woods, the absolute beauty. That goal, I've never seen him score a tap-in. Since he signed for Aki, that lad does not do tap-ins. They're always either outside the box or just absolute rockets. And he did the exact same again. It was like the outside of his foot, whipped it in. It was amazing. He has now been adopted by Bradford fans. He's now famous at Bradford because we helped with beating Walsall. It means it helps them. But yeah, it's been quite funny. No, you're not having him, Bradford fans. He will be staying at Aki, but enjoy the moment as it is. Half time, 1-0. You want to get excited, but it is Aki. We were all there for the Tranmere of the 3-0 to then draw 3-3. So it was one of them. Didn't know if we were going to sit back. Thankfully, we didn't. There were a few moments where they could have equalised, but it was an incredible shift from our defence. Ben Ward did go off through illness. He wasn't actually meant to start, it seemed, but they put him in because he wanted to play. And then he came off. He just couldn't carry on in the second half, so he came off. We did bring on Seb as centre-back. We've played him everywhere that we could possibly play him at this point, but he filled in incredibly as centre-back. He's one where fans don't really say much, but when they do, it's not always the most positive thing, so I'm always defending him. But fans, they were saying he put in a really good shift and he did what he had to do, so that was really good. But yeah, incredible from him. Kelly keeping a clean sheet. We have had issues in terms of goalkeeping recently. Bill Krellin is injured and also taking a bit of a knock in terms of this is one of the most horrendous things, and I don't understand why this is done, but voting the worst keeper in League Two and worst players in League Two should not be a thing. And it's come to the point where, unfortunately for Billy Krellin, that is the case, and he was voted the worst keeper in League Two, and it's knocked him.
Why would you blame people like that? It's horrible. It's you've got to think of these footballers as human beings. They're not just footballers.
100%.
Oh my God.
I think every club has had a moment this season where a keeper could have made a mistake or the defence has let something slip, but that is just unwarranted and shouldn't be being done. And it's one of them where it is horrendous, and I do really hope that he is okay because he has been solid for us this season. There have been moments, but he's even held his hands up to them, so it's one of them where it's frustrating. But yeah, to get the win and to see our lads celebrating at the end. And it's just nice being able to go into Chesterfield now on Saturday without the thing of, we're still needing a point or we're still needing a win. And it's really nice to just be able to sit and enjoy it. And especially seeing that it is going to be quite a lot of our lads' last matches. There's a lot of loan players going back, which will be heartbreaking. But then it's we have got a lot that are out of contract, and that is one thing that is absolutely breaking me this week because Seb is one of them that's out of contract, and we don't know what is happening with quite a few of our players, whether they'll be staying, especially with him and injury. So it's for me, it's just going to be going to enjoy it, scream as loud as I can every time he's announced, because it's it'll be amazing. You always see players moving on, and that could be one of the best parts of their career, but he's been at the club for 2.5 seasons now, and for me he's been my favourite since he joined, so it will be one of the hardest things if he is to leave. Fingers crossed the retained list comes out and he's got the extension. But I think all of you have learned of Seb from me and the podcast. So it's like, that has been one thing that has massively hit me this week of it could be the last time that we see him put on an Aki shirt. But fingers crossed it won't be. But I just want to go, and thanks to the win against Walsall, I can just go and enjoy it and see what happens afterwards.
I think that's the worst thing, obviously, being the football fan. It's the attachment that you do get to players, especially when obviously when you do support like a lower league club, it's more intimate. You have more of that relationship with the players and things, and that's the sad bit about them, because like you said, Rebecca, even though they're moving up, they may possibly be moving on with the career and maybe bettering themselves and their future, like being a fan and getting that attachment, it's so awful. Like loan players is one, but that retain list, honestly, that retain list each and every season, and it gets harder, doesn't it? Like the more attached you do get to them players,
especially because it's like, especially with Seb, I've sponsored him for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, of course.
And the amount of times I've been questioned, well, why have you sponsored him? Because all he does is get injured. It doesn't matter. Like, no matter what, you support your favourite, and I've supported him throughout all of the injuries and everything. So it's
when you get a pet, Bex. When you get a pet, you've got to pay vet bills. So
it's like with that, and then I think with her game too as well, it's just one of them where all of the lads are up for everything that you get them involved in, and it's like, to be able to get them in cowboy hats this season was one of the like the highlights of my season. But it's like, there's just a lot of little things that will be really sad. But then, it'll be. If you get messages of me crying in the group chat, you all know why, because I've been trying to hold it in all week.
We're all here. Do not worry. Do not worry. We're all here. We're one big family. Free therapy. Free support. We've got you, girl. Do not worry. Just going back to the chat. I agree with this. You all know my heartbreak from last season with Kean Hayes. I've become more attached this season, but it is definitely a thing. Yeah. Loan players, but not just the loan players, that retain list at the end of the season. Honestly, like, the one that broke me the most, and I'm still not over it now, and I actually tagged him on Twitter, and this is years and years ago, was Grant Holt leaving Rochdale for Nottingham Forest. And he actually replied to me and said, Charlotte, that was in such a year. And I was like, yeah, I'm still not over it. Still not over it, Grant. You ruined my life. I actually said as well, you ruined my life. But it's not even dramatic. You did. This is why I have trauma. I have attachment issues because of you, Grant Holt. But we do need to talk football now. Sorry, I did go off on a tangent a bit. Sorry about that. It's not like me, obviously. Yeah, it is. But do you know what, Jen? I'm going to come to you. Any standouts on here for you?
I'd probably say Barrow Bromley 3-3. What's a game that has been, and I have to give full credit to Bromley this season because they have been incredible to be in this league and survive where they are. I think they deserve full hats off to them because they've done incredible in this league, and they are a great team. And I just know they're probably going to be even better next season. So yeah, I think Barrow Bromley is probably my game of the week because it's just what a game to watch.
I completely agree with that. Honestly, I'm really surprised with Bromley. I didn't know what to expect, but speaking more to Ben, because he had more of an idea about Bromley and everything at the start of the season, the foundations are there and stuff. But when you get that drop, obviously, you go from National League, obviously, to the Football League. You don't really know what to expect, but they have been really consistent, haven't they? And I'm hoping, like you said, they can obviously better themselves and push on because they have got some really good foundations behind them, Bromley. So it's really nice to see as well. Really nice to see, even though I'm still bitter about the FA Cup, but we won't go there. Treaty, any for you on here?
I'd probably say Cheltenham and Carlisle. I think because Carlisle's most recent form, you think, oh, they might pull a draw. You don't know, honestly, but Cheltenham have got quite a few of our former players and one of our current centre-backs who's on loan there. So I was very surprised. Obviously, they've got the winner in like the 94th minute, which is obviously mental. But I think, yeah, shame for Carlisle, obviously getting relegated, but a good win for Cheltenham.
Rebecca?
I mean, huge win for Notts County, keeping themselves up there, fighting for playoffs, promotion and everything. Like Dreety said, Cheltenham and Carlisle, I thought Carlisle were going to do like the almighty comeback of getting 3-3, but it just, it went to be. But yeah, that was one of them where we all had the notifications coming through when we were at Aki going like, Carlisle have scored. So that was an interesting one. I think Swindon and Gillingham being 1-1 as well. Like the form Swindon have been on, I thought that was theirs for the taking. But, I mean, fair play to Gillingham being able to get a point from that one.
Claire, Dan, any yous want to talk about or covered them all?
I'd say the Salford one. Apart from that one, we didn't cover that one. I just think going into it, Colchester obviously had a chance of, giving themselves a fighting chance in the playoffs. Salford did a demolition job on them, and I'm in Dreesy's camp with this, but Salford wouldn't be in League Two now if they'd have kept all the Graham Alexander. It's a bad business move by Gary Neville, just like working with Jamie Carragher.
Right. Yeah, I agree with Chris. Walsall, bloody hell, more points being dropped. I know.
Up the Aki.
It's absolutely nuts how badly they've fallen off it.
I know.
It needs investigating, that, honestly.
15 points clear, weren't they?
Yeah.
Fucking bag of shite.
That needs to be on a t-shirt.
On the side of the motorway.
Honestly, that needs to be on a t-shirt. Effing bag of shite. I love it. I'd wear it. I would wear it. But yes, League Two table going into the final game at the weekend. Oh, 1 minute, Sam. Walsall, there is bottling it. Then there is owning the bloody bottle bank. Yes, 100%.
Correct, Sam.
So, yes, League Two table. Top of the table, we have Doncaster Rovers on 81 points who have been promoted. Port Vale, a second, who have also been promoted on 80 points. Bradford City, a third, and have qualified for the playoffs on 75 points. Walsall, a fourth, and have qualified for the playoffs on 74 points. Notts County, a fifth, and have also qualified for the playoffs. They are on 72 points. And then in sixth place, we have AFC Wimbledon on 70 points. And Salford City are seventh on 68 points. Then in the relegation zone, both teams have already been relegated, unfortunately. We have Carlisle United in 23rd on 41 points. And then Morecambe are bottom of League Two on 36 points. I couldn't see that then. That is the end of a football chat. And what a pleasure it's been. An absolute pleasure talking football with you all. And that sounded really sarcastic, but it wasn't. I sounded proper sarcastic. But of course, everyone is going to want to find all of you fantastic people on the socials. So, Rebecca, where can everyone find you and your many talents as well?
You can find my personal Twitter and TikTok, which is _Rebecca_short_. You can find my Her Game 2 content at ASFC Her Game 2, which there will be posts out this weekend, with it being the last match of the season. We'll be doing some fun little things. You can find my Her Game 2 Ice Hockey content at Her Game 2 Ice Hockey. And then with the amazing Jen, with Girls in the Grandstand, and also probably crying at 5 o'clock on Saturday.
We've got you, girl. Do not worry. Dreety, thank you so much for coming on. It's honestly been an absolute pleasure, and please come back again.
Will do. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. And where can everybody find you?
So I'm Dreety_HGT on Twitter, and then my Her Game 2 stuff is HGT_BCFC. And similar to Rebecca, we're going to try and get some content out this weekend because obviously it's the last game of the season. It is also the anniversary of the fire, so we commemorate that at the fixture as well. So we content going out on that. And also the fans are also getting behind the players and doing like a kind of like a guard of honour before kick-off. So I'll try and get a lot of content with all the players, and like Rebecca, probably be a bit emotional at the end of it, but there we go.
Just before I ask the rest of you as well, I did want to clarify, in 2 weeks' time there will be a podcast, but I will not be hosting the podcast. Ant will, because I'm going to a certain big game.
I'll sing happy birthday on Shah's behalf.
I'll record a birthday message though. I will record a birthday message, but I will not be hosting for that one, but there will be a show. I can confirm that. Jen, where can everybody find you?
So it's JenHunt_ on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, any social media platform on there. As Rebecca said, Girls in the Grandstand, we will be back probably Monday because the race is at like 9 o'clock and I ain't recording at midnight, sorry. I need my beauty sleep before I get off work.
I love that. Claire, where can everybody find you?
Sorry.
Wayfair just delivered you the parcel.
Claire_Jeffs on Twitter is where you can all find me.
Dan, where can everybody find you? And do not say on the Premier League podcast on a Tuesday or I'll get fuming.
Nah.
Sorry, Sam.
At Turf Morehouse, everywhere but OnlyFans. Slay.
You like Bug Life. You know when it's like doom.
Bug Life. I thought I looked more like Honey G.
That's who it was.
Who said that?
That's it. What a guy.
You got to laugh, aren't you? But no, at Turf Morehouse on socials, just the usual stuff.
And if anybody does want to find me, I am SharXRFC. That is on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. My Her Game 2 stuff is Rochdale HGT. Let's go back to the comments really quickly. Oh, this is lovely. Thank you, Chris. Thanks so much for the show this week. It's been amazing. Shah for being on 3 out of 4 shows. You are amazing. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Love all your faces. Aww. So sweet. Thank you. Luke as well. Great show, everyone. Good luck to everyone on Saturday. Hopefully I survive Monday. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Kate, you can tell he's got a daughter. Sunny D, apparently. You are.
I'll take it. Too much of me and it'll make you need a piss.
You've been called a crazy fool as well, of Chris.
Pity the fool.
Aladdin's got a great show yet again.
Yeah, I am. Just riddled in ADHD and just trying to. I'm sitting on my hands for 2 hours on a podcast. It's difficult.
But of course, the main socials, we have Absolute Football Podcast. And as you can tell now, we have four live shows a week. I mean, that's amazing. Considering where we started and now we have 4 live shows is just, honestly, it's mind-blowing. And we did win Best New Content Creator at the Football Content Awards. Still milking it. But yes, we are on Twitter, Absolute Ball Pod. On YouTube and Twitch, we are Absolute Football Podcast. On TikTok, we are Absolute Football Pod. On Instagram, we are Absolute Football Podcast _. On Blue Skies, we are Absolute Football. And on Facebook, we have the Absolute Football Podcast. We are live on a Monday with our brand new, if you haven't seen it, please check it out, Monday's show, because it is absolutely absolutely amazing. And what a brilliant non-league team we have. Their first ever show. It was really, really good. So yeah, on a Monday, we are absolutely non-league. On a Tuesday, we are absolutely Premier League. On a Wednesday, we are absolutely women's football. And on a Thursday, we are absolutely lower league, where we do cover the EFL Championship, League One and League Two. And all of those shows are on at 8:30. Hey. The only time I pronounce my bloody H's, I never pronounce my H's. I've gone all
And the word
posh.
doesn't even have a H.
I've gone very posh now.
MLM said has 2 H's, doesn't get one, but A doesn't have any and it gets one.
Huddersfield. I feel like I've gone all posh now. New month, new me and all that. But thank you to each and every person, as always, for supporting us, for obviously signing up as a member as well. I will find out more about that for you all next week. I'll pretend I know, but I don't. But yeah, you're all amazing. Thank you so much and have a lovely weekend. Bye, everyone.